We all will go through. And so when we do that, we can move from, because your dignity is not in dependency. It's no sin, it's no shame in being dependent, but that is not our permanent residency. So we're here to help each other move from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. We love you, and together we can do it. See you next time on Taking Social Services to the People.
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
At the 66 Steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
The weekend is in sight, but the conversation is just heating up. It's Thursday, May 28th, and this is What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain, and here's what's coming up. He came in late, but still came out on top. We chat with one of the Parliament's newest members about turning a last-minute campaign into a big win, navigating a well-known political legacy, and stepping into frontline politics for the very first time. Plus, tonight we talk with one of the youngest new members of Parliament about turning digital energy and grassroots momentum into an election win and why he believes young leadership isn't the future, it's right now. And wrapping things up, Europe is heating up far earlier than expected, but beyond the soaring temperatures, economists warn consumers everywhere could soon feel the impact through rising energy demands and utility costs. We explain in this week's Economics. We've got a packed show for you, so get comfortable because What's Trending is locked and loaded.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
At Marco's, we make it better. Better ingredients, better flavors, better quality. A signature sauce that families have always counted on. We are not only serving your family, but our families too. 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas with center squares or cheesy bread for just $29.95. When you want pizza you can trust, choose Marco's. Your family deserves the best. Marco's Pizza, crafted with heart and proudly shared with love.
Welcome back. The dust from the election has officially settled and a very familiar name is returning to the political spotlight, but this time stepping into Parliament for the very first time. Now, if you hear the last name Roberts in Bahamian politics, your mind instantly goes to a massive legacy. But our next guest is focused on carving out his own identity in public service, starting right on the ground in Southern Shores. He ran a fast-paced campaign, won the hearts of his community, and he's here with us today to let us get to know the man behind the mandate. Joining us on the couch is the newly elected MP for Southern Shores, Sean Obiama Roberts. But we all know him affectionately as Obi. So welcome to the show and congratulations on your win.
Thank you, Jamila. It's a pleasure for you having me here today.
Awesome. So let's start right there with the name. On the ballot, officially it says Sean Obioma Roberts, but everyone from the campaign trail to the streets call you Obi. So where did Obi come from, and why do you prefer that over Sean?
Well, okay. When I was born, the name Obioma came from the Nigerian gynecologist who delivered me. So he gave me that name to my parents. And actually on my birth certificate, it was supposed to be Obioma Sean, but they put it incorrectly. And from the moment I've known myself, that is all my parents used to call me as Obi, period.
Okay.
All right, even though it was placed incorrectly on my birth certificate, but be it as it may.
It's stuck.
Yes, that's stuck.
All right, we like that. So, you officially jumped into the race a little bit later than most, which probably felt like trying to catch a moving jitney. So what was that moment where you just said, you know what? Shorter timeline or not, I'm doing this?
Well, when the decision was finally made and I was confirmed and was the final candidate confirmed, you had to make the best of a situation. And we had a sprint, as our leader and Prime Minister mentioned, that all of the candidates had to prepare themselves and to present ourselves as a team. And even though we are running individual races in our constituency, it gave us a good opportunity to present myself to the constituents. Many have known me, and the party's message had resonated. My message had resonated as we've been canvassing the area from September of last year. So when we had like 4 to 5 months of meeting the people, introducing yourselves, getting to know the persons and everything else, it helped. So I weren't strangers to many of them. Then I was an aspirant. But as of January 31st, I officially became the candidate. And so the whole campaign had switched and changed. And a different message had to be crafted for the people of Southern Shores.
So you talked about being out there on the ground, knocking on doors. What was the vibe like? Because, you know, what do you think about your specific energy that made the voters of Southern Shores say, yeah, he's the one we want to represent us?
Well, Jamita, it was the people of Southern Shores welcomed me into their homes. It was extremely positive. It was extremely positive. You may have had one or two based on how they felt at particular moment when you came to their homes. But overall, large majority, it was extremely positive. Welcoming me into the home, sat and talked. Gave me a great understanding, a history of the constituency, what are their wants, the vision for the constituency going forward, and also their willingness to work with me once I'm selected to become the candidate and eventually become the Member of Parliament and help building the community. And that was something that was mutually understood, that we are in a partnership to help build the community of Southern Shores.
I understand that. So, of course, we have to talk about your dad, the late, great Bradley Roberts. So he was an absolute giant in Bahamian politics. So what does it feel like when you walk into Parliament carrying that last name, but knowing that you're there to write your own chapter?
To be honest, Jamita, it hasn't really sunk in yet. From the swearing in of Parliament, and then yesterday's opening of Parliament and sitting in there and surveying the entire landscape from a Member of Parliament's perspective, because many times I've come there and sat in the gallery, the visitors gallery, to observe. It really hasn't sunken in, recalling the journey. I can recall when my father was first elected in 1982, and moving and traversing the community of then Grantstown. And even up until the final night when he gave his last speech in 2007, it really hasn't sunk in. So I was there for when he was elected and then when he retired. And his political, I would say, journey through the years, I replay it back in my mind as if it was yesterday. And I've said to some persons, I said maybe in a month's time it would probably sink in. Maybe at my first contribution in Parliament, perhaps then the surreality of it
Do you feel like you have big shoes to fill, though? I mean, knowing the legacy that he left, obviously, I feel like you were prepared, or he prepared you in a way that you kind of had to see the bird's eye view of the man that people saw publicly, but also to call him dad as well.
Jamila, to be perfectly honest, I did not realize he was preparing me for this in his final few years before he had passed. Some of the things that he had requested of me, I can recall from some of the press releases, the research and everything else. He would ask me this question based on this, and like everything was based on history and data and everything else. And not until I realized maybe like a year or two after his passing, I say, I'll be down. He has been preparing me for this, because I can recall when I could speak on a variety of different subjects that I was prepared for, and all that was based on what we had discussed over that period of time. So I did not know, it did not hit me at that time, but it then hit me afterwards, a few years later.
So when you were on the campaign trail, did you ever have a moment when a resident looked at you and they put two and two together and, you know, gave you some unfiltered advice between, I guess, the legacy of your dad and what you're now trying to do? Because, you know, Bahamians love to give you their 2 cents.
Oh, yes, but without question, Jamila. I have quite a few persons, and this is the next thing, too. We had quite a few persons who once resided in Grantstown who moved into Southern Shores. And many of them said, Mr. Roberts, I remember you from a little boy. I remember you campaigning with your father, or in his community center that he had on Quaco Street. So the persons knew who I was. They related in terms of relationship, friendship with my father, as well as me as a young man. So that also assisted in the icebreaker. Okay. Persons knew who I was from where I came from, and then many persons I knew in Southern Shores I didn't know resided there until I went to their homes, and I was surprised and everything else, and realized, hey man, I didn't realize you live here. And they say, man, we stop wasting your time. You know, you got this and everything else. So it was even more warming to feel that type of feeling of acceptance and support from so many in the community. And I'm very thankful and grateful.
All right, so we know that campaigning in this Bahamian heat is no joke, and the pressure of a well-known family name can be heavy. So when you finally get to kick off your shoes, turn off your phone, and just be you, how does Obi unwind and relax, if that ever happens?
Yeah, man, Jamila, yeah, it does.
You know, some people don't turn it off.
Yeah, man, you have to have some time for yourself. Sometimes hanging with some of my friends, close friends, even in some of the organizations that I'm in, and Masonically and some other civic organizations, you sit down and you talk to many of the guys who've known you, and then some of your friends who have known you for many years in the athletic realm. Many of my teammates who I've played American football with still remain close over the many years that we have played. And they're the ones who could sit down and talk to you straight and also offer you very sound and specific and honest advice. All mean well, because everyone wants to see the best for their country, but they also want to see that you succeed in this new step in my life in terms of frontline politics, as I served before and still serve in the party as a party officer. But this is now a different realm. So after being elected, it's been very, very supportive. A lot of persons have called, texts, congratulate. I haven't gotten back to many of them, so please don't kill me.
Right, so that's what I'm going to get to that right now. So to the residents of Southern Shores who are right now having their dinner, watching us have this chat on camera, what is one promise you want to make them explaining the kind of representative you plan to be over the next few years?
Accessible, hands-on. My constituency office headquarters is going to remain open. I know that's been a concern in the past in terms of the headquarters being open in the constituency, and trying to see and assist as much people as possible in the constituency, Jamila. As I have this balancing act in my appointed position as PolSec in the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, but also Southern Shores Member of Parliament. And so I don't lose sight. For me to become a PolSec, I had to become a Member of Parliament.
Right.
So my responsibility is to the people in Southern Shores to be accessible, to assist them as best as I can, but also one of the things I mentioned them, and help building the community. A partnership that I want to have with the residents of Southern Shores to mutually build the community.
That is awesome. Well, Obi, it's definitely been an absolute pleasure having you with us on the couch today. So thank you for keeping it real with us, and we wish you and the people of Southern Shores the greatest success moving forward. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Well, when we come back, another political newcomer joins us, so stay tuned.
Hi. Hello? Hey girl, I at Wendy's. I'm trying to go to Essence Fest. Wendy's and Coca-Cola want to take you and your bestie to New Orleans. July 3rd through 5th is Essence Fest, and you could be traveling VIP style.
Roxy?
Tenders?
Tenders.
All you gotta do is upgrade any premium lunch combo 1 through 12 or a salad to a large, like a spicy number 6, add cheese and bacon, or a Dave's Classic, or my personal favorite, Tendies. This will now serve as your final boarding call for Flight 735, service into Essence Fest. Boarding now. Nola! We coming back?
There is a serious shift happening in Bahamian politics right now, and the incoming class of leaders are younger, tech-savvier, and ready to shake things up. Case in point, our next guest. He ran a modern, highly organized digital campaign, brought a sharp entrepreneurial mindset to the trail, and officially walked away as the youngest newly elected member of parliament in this election. Joining us on the couch to help us get to know the man behind the movement is the new MP for Freetown, Lincoln Deal II. Lincoln, congratulations on your win and welcome back to What's Trending.
Listen, thank you, and I'm happy to be back here.
It's always a pleasure to have you here with us. So, the youngest newly elected MP in the room. Now that Parliament, yesterday, you officially took your seat. Did it feel like a new kid on the block moment, or are you just ready to show the veterans how the new guard gets things done?
Well, listen, I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve. I'm thankful to the people of Freetown who gave me the opportunity, and humbled to do the right things in the House of Assembly. Yesterday felt, it was surreal, you know. For many years, I sat behind the, in the gallery, just watching it happen. And so being able to officially sit there was a surreal moment. And I'm proud to have been given this opportunity to now speak up for our generation, to hold the government's feet to the fire and represent Freetown in the House of Assembly.
Now, you went from entrepreneur to lawmaker. What has been the single biggest surprise during this first week of transitioning into public office for you?
I think ultimately both are, there's some similarities, right? So the essence of entrepreneurship is solving problems. Same thing as being a policymaker and being in government. You want to figure out how can you make the lives of Bahamians better. And so for me, it's always been about solving the big problems, serving people, providing opportunity where necessary. And so the first week has been great. Today we had office hours, and so I was able to see and thank all of the constituents that would have given me this opportunity, and looking forward to the road ahead.
Now, with your business background, you've talked a lot about slashing red tape for small businesses. For young persons in Freetown trying to start a side hustle or a backyard business right now, what is the very first practical change you want them to actually feel under your leadership?
So, you know, during our campaign, we started a program called Freetown Means Business. And basically that was a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs or budding entrepreneurs to get an opportunity to get a business license, learn how to create business plans and things of that nature. Actually, during our campaign, we helped a lot of young people and people in general to start businesses, whether it's car washes, something that they were passionate about, just connecting them to the resources, whether it's the Access Accelerator program, bringing inland revenue at a central location in Freetown to teach them about financial literacy. For us, it's always been about empowerment and opportunity. And I think that is what you're going to see coming out of Freetown over the next 5 years. You're going to see new businesses, entrepreneurship, creativity, and I'm excited. You know, even today, you know, I met with so many budding entrepreneurs, and they are ready.
Now, we know Bahamians, they will give you some of the most unfiltered reviews of your life. I show you how to taste of it.
Oh, yeah.
What's the funniest interaction that you've had with a Freetown resident while you were campaigning?
I mean, there's so much. Listen, I love
It's hard to pick just one.
I know, I love Freetown. And, you know, Freetown is such a diverse constituency. So, of course, we have Paradise Island, East Bay Street, Montague, but you also have parts of Kemp Road and the surrounding areas. And so it's always a good balance, just, you know, diving into what you're going to come up to next, you know. And so I've had a lot of great moments in Freetown, especially during the campaign, and I love my people. I love my people. Never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment.
Sound like your lips are sealed and mom is the word.
Indeed.
So the pressure of public life is intense, especially when you're under the microscope as such a young leader. When you completely turn off MP Lincoln deal switch, how do you unwind?
I unwind with family. You know, throughout this campaign, you would have seen a lot of my family being integrated into the campaign. My wife, Beth, my kids, my daughter, Lael, you know, she's all on TikTok, you know, asking me the tough questions. Why am I doing this? What does this mean? And things of that nature, and then keeping my campaign promises. And so for me, a good unwind is just going home at the end of the day, knowing that I serve the people, but now being able to go to my family.
So if we were to fast forward to 5 years from now, and you're looking back at the first term in Freetown, what's one project or change that you want to be able to say, we built this together?
I think, one, changing the mindset. I think being able to see the successful businesses of entrepreneurs and business persons in the area, seeing that come to life, giving people the economic power to change the direction of their lives. Obviously, there are some infrastructural things that we are going to reveal in the upcoming weeks that we're excited about, some backyard farming projects, things of that nature. And so really putting the power back into the hands of the people in Freetown. And so I'm really looking forward to that. We've connected with so many people with beautiful stories, telling those stories, sharing those stories, but connecting dots where necessary, and most importantly, creating the pathway for them to find their true purpose.
I get that. Well, it's definitely been a pleasure having you here on the show with us today. So thank you for bringing fresh perspective, and we wish you and the people of Freetown all the best as you now get to work officially.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So our economic segment is on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
There's something extraordinary happening in the Bahamas right now. Young minds with bold ideas and the courage to build something that has never existed before. And it's all happening right here at the Student Innovation Pitch Competition.
The Student Innovation Pitch Competition is an opportunity unlike any other. It challenges students to take an idea or real problem facing our communities and to build a solution. Not someday, now.
Look around us. Industrial product design, biotechnology, agricultural innovation. These are not just subjects. They're solutions to real Bahamian challenges. Food insecurity, healthcare access, economic independence. This is the generation that changes that story.
For too long, we've relied on solutions built elsewhere for problems we understand better than anyone. When Bahamians develop for Bahamians, that's when real change happens.
That's what this competition is about. This competition is open to every student. Bimini, Nassau, Exuma, San Salvador, every corner of the archipelago. If you have a bright idea that can move the Bahamas forward, we want to hear it from you.
Imagine an ecosystem where our brightest young minds are not just studying innovation, they're living it together right now.
When I started this program, I didn't see myself as an innovator. I just had questions and problems that I wanted to fix. Learning industrial product design, learning how to take an idea from a sketch to a real prototype. That changed how I see everything. Competitions like this tell young people like me, your ideas matter. You matter.
So, what are you waiting for? Go to pdcbahamas.com. Apply. Show the Bahamas what you've got.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Ground Bahama, we've helped 486 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $14.4 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Grand Bahama's economy by investing in its leading sectors: food and beverage, tourism, and fishing. Every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
Economics, presented by Sand Dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar. While we here in the Bahamas are no strangers to soaring temperatures, countries across Europe may be getting an early taste of the tropics as unusually high temperatures continue sweeping across parts of the region, weeks ahead of the traditional summer season. We take a look in this week's Economics. But beyond the weather headlines, economists and energy analysts are now watching the growing business impact tied to extreme heat. As temperatures climb, energy demand also rises sharply, particularly as households and businesses rely more heavily on air conditioning and cooling systems. That increased strain on power grids can drive up electricity costs and place added pressure on national energy infrastructure. Some analysts warn that prolonged heat waves could contribute to higher utility bills, disruptions in productivity, and increased operating costs for industries ranging from tourism to agriculture. The issue is also renewing conversations around climate resilience, energy efficiency, and whether countries are adequately prepared for more frequent extreme weather events. For many consumers, the concern is becoming increasingly practical. Hotter temperatures may not just affect comfort levels, but monthly expenses as well. So while Europe battles the heat, consumers everywhere may ultimately feel the impact as rising energy demands continue driving pressure on utility costs. And that's been your Economics.
If your idea of a good weekend includes music, food, freebies, and good company, then keep watching because your Saturday plans just might have found you. The weekend starts on JFK Drive this Saturday. 700 Wines and Spirits is marking 10 years with an anniversary block party you don't want to miss. From 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., enjoy live music, tasty eats from local food vendors, free giveaways, and samples, all in one big celebration. Admission, of course, is free, but you must be 18 or older to sample, and please drink responsibly. We'll be right back with more What's Trending. Don't go anywhere.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
And that's a wrap on another week of What's Trending. Thanks for watching all week long. But before we go, today we're celebrating two very special members of the What's Trending family, Zemi and Zane. Happy birthday to you both. May your day be filled with love, happiness, and all of your favorite things. Thank you for being such loyal viewers, and have an incredible day. So follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS. We will see you back here on Monday at 6 p.m. Until then, have a great weekend, everyone.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The Minister of Finance is outlining new measures aimed at lowering power bills for Grand Bahamians. A father and son appearing before the magistrate's court in connection with the shooting of an 8-year-old boy in Bimini. Multiple unions joining forces in protest against BPSU leadership.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shalia Roll, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you with us. For years, high electricity costs have weighed heavily on Grand Bahamian households, but relief is on the way. During the government's 2026-2027 budget, Minister of Finance Michael Halkides shared measures for lowering energy costs for Grand Bahamians while investing in infrastructure, affordability, and the future of Bahamian communities. Jolanda Thompson-Everest leads us off tonight.
Lower power bills, stronger infrastructure, and greater affordability were all highlighted in the government's 2026-2027 budget communication. Minister of Finance, the Honorable Michael Halkides, revealing that effective May 12, 2026, Grand Bahama Power Company adopted the Bahamas Power and Light tariff structure, a move expected to significantly reduce electricity costs for Grand Bahamians following the government's recent acquisition of the company.
With effect from the date of acquisition, May 12, 2026. Which is expected to significantly reduce electricity costs for Grand Bahamians.
These investments are expected to reduce Grand Bahama's reliance on imported fuel, lower long-term energy costs for residents, and support a cleaner and more sustainable energy sector on the island.
We are also taking decisive steps to modernize and diversify the country's energy sector, reducing costs, improving reliability, and strengthening resilience.
And after decades of complaints about power outages and high energy bills, the finance minister says the estimated average savings for the typical Grand Bahamian household is expected to be approximately 37% on electricity costs.
Acquisition represents a major policy accomplishment that not only alleviates the financial burden on Grand Bahamians, but also strengthens investor confidence and enhances Grand Bahama's position as a more competitive and attractive destination for investment.
The finance minister says the measures form part of a broader strategy to lower the cost of living, strengthen energy security, and ensure that economic progress translates into real benefits for Bahamian families. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Thanks, Jolanda. Frustration boiling over at the Bahamas Public Service Union headquarters as union members protest over unanswered questions and unethical concerns from Union President Kimsley Ferguson. Sherelle Dames has the details in this report.
Fergie got to go! Fergie got to go! Hey! Fergie got to go! Fergie got to go!
Members of the Bahamas Public Service Union, along with the BCPOU and the BNU, staging a protest outside the BPSU's headquarters over grievances with President Kingsley Ferguson, who they say is failing to uphold his duties to members.
Tens of thousands of dollars have been missing from payment and contributions to the National Insurance Board.
The Constitution of the Union must be respected.
We are also requesting why the Northern Region Vice President have not been given proper resources for opportunities to visit and assist members in Bimini and in Abaco.
A post office shop steward describing what he alleges is the union president's disregard for members as disgraceful. Meanwhile, members of the BCPOU and BNU explaining why they believe solidarity among unions is important.
You have not been answering to anything. The last question I was told when you came in, you said you don't have to answer to anybody.
What's going on now? It ain't right. It's just not right.
This is not a one-man band. This is not a one-person thing. These members pay their dues.
Northern Vice President for the BPSU, Latoya Cartwright-Jones, alleging that Union President Kingsley Ferguson misappropriated funds. She claims the matter is a serious issue that requires answers. And she further alleges that all attempts to communicate with Ferguson have gone unanswered.
We are simply asking him to bring receipts as to what was spent. We are asking him to show why all of the payments for the NIB is still outstanding. We're asking him to show why our buildings still don't have insurance. So at this point, I'm in full support with the membership because they need answers and they need it now. No man is an island. And he, unfortunately, the unilateral decisions he's making by his sole self is unconstitutional.
Now, the BPSU's area vice president says the next step forward is giving Union President Ferguson 7 days to respond to the allegations of unethical behavior. And if no response is received, the matter will then be in the hands of the BPSU's governing constitution. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Now, our ZNS News team reached out to Bahamas Public Service Union President Kingsley Ferguson for a response to the allegation raised by members. However, up to news time, our calls and requests for a comment had not been returned. Stay with us. ZNS News will be back in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
At Dolly Madison, we'd like to honor our mothers with a post-Mother's Day sale. May 29th and 30th. Get 25% off the entire store and get 30% off all houseware. Spend $100 or more and be entered in the mystery raffle for a chance to win a Mother's Day gift. Participate in our Mother's Day tribute and automatically receive 15% off your next purchase. That's May 29th and 30th. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Dolly Madison.
CompuSec Printing is making room for summer with a massive store-wide sale. Get 30% off in stock items only now through July 31st. Save on shirts, hats, souvenirs, flags, indoor flagpoles, and more. Visit CompuSec Printing, West Atlantic Drive, Freeport. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 2. Attention Grand Bahama, it's the Do It Center end of the month sale. Get 20% off store-wide May 29th and 30th from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Plus, save 25% on kitchen cabinets and Italian quartz slab packages. Visit Do It Center, GB Highway. Don't miss out. KMW Battery and Tires now offers oil changes starting at just $35. Fast, reliable service you can trust. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays, 8 to 4. Call 351-2595 today.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Team Bahamas brought the heat to the Spice Capital at the 53rd Carifta Track and Field Championships. Relive the magic here on the ZNS Network as we recap the top performances from Grenada. Catch the 2026 Carifta Track and Field Championships recap here on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Healthcare access and improved basic infrastructure are among the key priorities highlighted for Abaco in the government's latest budget. While presenting the 2026 budget communication in the House of Assembly, Minister of Finance, the Honorable Michael Alquitas, says the administration's focus is on delivering measurable improvements in healthcare, community services, and essential systems that support daily life. Minister Alquitas also pointing to ongoing investments in Abaco, including upgrades to water and sewage systems and efforts to strengthen healthcare delivery aimed at improving access, reliability, and quality of services for residents across the island.
We are allocating $11.6 million for the construction and upgrading of clinics, including works in Abaco, Andros, Auckland's, Berry Islands, Crooked Island, Zuma, Eleuthera, and Long Island.
These investments are aimed at improving access to primary health care, reducing travel burdens, and ensuring that Family Island communities receive timely and reliable care. Minister Alquitas says the project marks a major step toward modernizing tertiary health care in the Bahamas.
We will allocate additional resources to the Public Health Authority to enhance service delivery, support the recruitment and retention of healthcare professionals, and undertake targeted upgrades to key facilities, including mental health facilities.
Beyond healthcare, the government is also turning its attention to critical infrastructure that supports daily life, including efforts to improve water supply systems across the island.
The Water and Sewage Corporation will invest approximately $21.5 million in water mains and systems upgrades in Abaco, Exuma, Andros, Auckland's, and other Family Islands. These projects will improve reliability of water supply, support growing communities, and build resilience in the face of climate and environmental pressures.
The Minister of Finance says the initiatives are aimed at improving quality of life in Abaco and across the Family Islands through better healthcare access, upgraded infrastructure, and more reliable public services. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Yolanda Thompson, Everest.
We apologize for earlier technical difficulties, but a Grand Bahama retiree is making an emotional plea for the return of a missing medical chair she says is critical to her daily well-being. Betty Sweeting, who suffers from heart problems and other health conditions, say the chair went missing after arriving at the Freeport Harbor on a shipment. Now she's hoping someone with information will come forward. Our intern Darissa Ferguson reports.
A heartfelt plea from Betty Sweeting, a retiree battling medical problems and other ailments, says a medical chair she depended on for daily assistance went missing from the Freeport Harbor area on May 19th. The item was shipped on Valeria, and Sweeting says when she arrived at the harbor to collect the package, it could not be found. Now, she's appealing to the public for help in locating the chair, which she says is essential to her comfort and mobility.
He said, go back down to the harbor on Tuesday. I went there Tuesday. I asked them to look for it. Everybody saying they know it is. And George talking, and the boy who take the things off the bed won't even come back in the thing to explain nothing to me. So I come down to plead to them.
Sweeting says the loss has created an even greater challenge as she continues to manage her health conditions daily. She's now appealing to anyone who may have seen the chair or knows where it may be to come forward or return it.
You can take it back to custom, or you can drop it in my yard, 72 Sunridge Road. Drop it right in the yard, no question asked. Because you can't do nothing with it. People will see it in your house and know it's not yours. And if you intend to sell it, please bring it back, because I need the chair.
ZNS News reached out to Valeria officials and the shipping company involved for comment, but up to news time, we had received no response. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Darissa Ferguson.
with us, The Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues after this break.
And still to come.
A Grand Bahama retiree making an emotional plea for the return of her missing medical chair. Those stories, sports, and more when The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Need glazing replacement parts fast? Clearview Glass has you covered for window doors, showers, and hurricane shutters. Your one-stop source for all window and door hardware. And if they don't have it, they can special order it. Call Clearview Glass today at 352-7694.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's.
Welcome back. The Grand Bahama Development Company is aiming to encourage local property ownership for those looking to make their first step in real estate investment. Whether it's for those seeking to start building their home for life or taking advantage of a prime entrepreneurship market in rentals. Senior Manager of Sales and Commercial Development for the Grand Bahama Port Authority and Grand Bahama Development Company, Charles Pratt, says the initiatives in place are for those working class to achieve their goals.
Has a mandate to ensure that the working man has affordable property which he or she can access. And in doing so, these initiatives came about. I mean, my team is always innovating on how we can provide an opportunity to Bahamians and whomever to access properties and be empowered through land investment.
2 key highlighted initiatives by DAVCO are Deeds and Dreams and Land on Layaway. According to Sales Counselor Lakeisha Johnson and Linnell Sawyer, they note the endeavors aim to make the property ownership process more accessible and smoother.
So initiatives like Deeds and Dreams allows persons to capitalize on investment opportunities, and you're allowed to take that over time. So with the Deeds and Dreams, you're allowed to pay a minimum deposit of 5%, and once it's backed by salary reduction, you're able to move the contract.
The Land on Layaway initiative is backed by popular demand. We had it launched in the previous year and we brought it back twice. So now this is the 3rd time we're doing it, and it's for a 90-day window. So it's giving persons the opportunity to come up with their 10% deposit within 90 days.
Nurses swapped their scrubs for teacups as they gathered for their 2nd annual Tea Party with a purpose. The event was held to celebrate the enormous contribution nurses make each day through their service, commitment, and unwavering care, while also giving them an opportunity to pause, relax, laugh, and connect with one another. The high tea featured elegance, pageantry, and special recognition as Jacqueline McCartney and Denise Gardner were honored for going above and beyond in their service to patients and the wider community.
So we recognize not only the work that you do, but the heart behind it. We celebrate your patience, your strength, and your kindness that you continue to show even when days are hard. Your impact reaches beyond the walls of the hospital and clinics, and it touches families, communities, and generations.
I think there comes a point where we have to recognize nurses who are hardworking and show our thankful and gratefulness to them.
With decades of service in the profession, the nurses say it is truly an honor to have their hard work recognized and celebrated. They also encouraging young and aspiring nurses to remain grounded in their faith and trust that their passion, sacrifice, and dedication will one day be rewarded.
It's a blessing to be here, to stand here today on behalf of all of my nurses, all of the hardworking, unsung heroes who have never even got to get a chance to say be awarded. But the work that they do just the same is way more worthy of an award. Most of us nurses, you know, the things that we do, it's not seen by most people, but my motto is, you know, what God sees, you know, that's what matters.
Two brothers and a family's worst nightmare becoming a reality. One child is now fighting to recover after being shot in the head, while his 12-year-old brother is now faced with the emotional trauma and legal consequences of a tragic accident that has shaken the entire Bimini community. Today, that heartbreak moved from the hospital room to the courtroom as the young boy and his father appeared before a magistrate in Grand Bahama in connection with the incident. Our Charlia Jones has been following this development story and files this report.
Mixed emotions unfolding outside of Magistrate Court in Grand Bahama today in connection to a shooting incident on Bimini on Saturday, May 24th, involving an 8-year-old boy being shot and fighting to recover. Father and 12-year-old son both appearing before court facing charges linked to the incident, a development that has left the Bimini community and the country in disbelief. A tragic accident that has forever changed the lives of two young brothers and their family. According to a GoFundMe page created to assist the family, the 8-year-old boy was accidentally shot in the head while playing with his 12-year-old brother after the children allegedly gained access to a firearm inside a hotel room in Bimini. The younger boy was rushed to the local clinic before being airlifted to South Florida for emergency medical treatment. Officials say he underwent emergency brain surgery and remains in recovery. Meanwhile, the incident was now moved from the hospital room to the courtroom. 40-year-old Dexter Saunders Sr. and his 12-year-old son appeared before Magistrate Yoel Johnson in Grand Bahama in connection with the matter. Both were seen exiting a police vehicle before being escorted into court. The juvenile was handcuffed, drawing reaction from some onlookers outside the courthouse. Police charged the father with cruelty to a child and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. The 12-year-old was charged with negligently causing grievous harm. Inside the courtroom, the magistrate sought clarification on the legal basis for the charge against the juvenile, requesting that the relevant portions of the Child Protection Act be read before calling both attorneys to chambers. When proceedings resumed, the court ordered that the 12-year-old not be detained. Despite the charges, many residents in Bimini described the child as a bright and promising young man. Some telling ZNS News he was expected to participate in a spelling bee just days after the incident occurred.
When it comes to particularly juveniles, the fact that he was in handcuffs at 12 years old, his face I have pictures to show where they exposed his face on the airplane coming from Bimini. Again, the judge talked about the fact that he was in the cell for locker for 5 days. There was no discretion in the matter when it comes to this 12-year-old boy. Again, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. And again, it's just distasteful the way that these police officers conducting themselves in this country. Sad. They need training. And that's why I said you put them on a farm to deal with cow, sheep, and goat because they don't know how to deal with human beings.
Now, as one child continues his recovery overseas, the other grapples with the emotional weight of the tragedy. Members of the community are rallying around the family. A fundraiser has been launched to help cover medical expenses, legal costs, and other support services for both boys. The 12-year-old will remain in the care of his aunt for the duration of his evaluation before returning to court. The juvenile was granted bail in the amount of $5,000 and will be returning to court on July 14, 2026. Meanwhile, his father, Dexter Saunders Sr., was denied bail and is not required to enter a plea deal. He will return to court on September 21, 2026. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
And that's a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
And the showdown in the Island Baseball Tournament was one for the books. Y'all don't want to miss it.
Can't wait to see. Sports is coming your way next. Stay tuned.
Top of the evening, everyone, and welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave. I'm Shane Stubbs. The showdown in the Islands Baseball Tournament was filled with high-intensity play, which was what the tournament director, Donovan Cox, anticipated.
Tournament play is huge, man, and the fact that these boys were able to get a tournament kind of feel, you know, a vibe to get ready for tournament play, it helps to get them up for the Nationals that will be happening at the end of June. I was really impressed with the talent I saw this weekend, and it showed that baseball in the Bahamas is really growing.
Let's dive into the 10U Championship featuring Legacy Baseball and the Bahama Rock Miners. Tied at 6 apiece with 2 runners on in the bottom of the third, Legacy ripped a triple into the gap, driving in 2 runs to take an 8-6 lead. Fast forward to the top of the fourth with a runner aboard, the Miners answered right back with an inside the park home run to even things up at 8 apiece. In the bottom of the fourth, Legacy responded once again with a runner on third. A shot into right field brought home the go-ahead run to make it 9-8. Another base hitter in the inning added an insurance run, sealing a 10-8 victory and the 10U crown for Legacy Baseball. Fight is what Coach Kemuel Knowles says his team showed, while MVP Joshua Philippe pitched the whole game and reveled in their performance and earned the MVP bling.
I always encourage our boys, regardless of the innings, we have to fight till the end. And this crew showed me how much fight and resilience they have. Josh, through the first full game, did an awesome job. And he came here today with a warrior mentality, and he closed out.
I was feeling great. I was pitching curveballs, fastballs, and sliders, and I was striking out people.
It was another GB Little League Legacy Baseball face-off in the 12U Championship. Michael Sweeting went yard to help the Tigers prevail in that one. The final score 10-5. Samonde Cooper had himself a game as well, leaving with the MVP chain around his neck. And in the 14U bracket, GB Little League once again would come away with a title, defeating Legacy Baseball 6-1. Jamez Williams was the top player in the end and left sporting the MVP necklace. And no one left the park without some shine, as the champs and runners-up all sported rings at the end of the day. And lastly, on the softball diamond in Anita Doherty Nico Grand softball play, the Grace Christian Eagles are on to the girls' semifinals. They shuttled the Hugh Campbell Hornets 6-0 in their quarterfinals match. They'll face off against the Tabernacle Falcons in the semis with a trip to the championships on the line. And that's my time, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Remember, no weight is too heavy with God as your spotter.
At Dolly Madison, we'd like to honor our mothers with a post-Mother's Day sale. May 29th and 30th. Get 25% off the entire store and get 30% off all houseware. Spend $100 or more and be entered in the mystery raffle for a chance to win a Mother's Day gift. Participate in our Mother's Day tribute and automatically receive 15% off your next purchase. That's May 29th and 30th. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dolly Madison.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Here at Bahamas Snacks, we offer a wide variety of wholesale and retail products, catering to kids, pets, and even restaurant supplies. We offer a wholesale and retail variety of snacks, starting from chips, pies, cookies, candies, anything that you could begin to imagine. We even offer pre-packaged snacks, snack bags for your kids in the morning, dog food, and restaurant supplies. Our business hours are 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, and we close at 6 p.m. You can contact us at 688-CHIP, or our email is snackworld242@gmail.com.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
For us here in the North, I'm Shabir Wool.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Have a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the finance minister distances himself from claims of alleged association with a jailed drug kingpin. Plus, a brazen daylight shooting leaves a man dead here in the capital. And the new tourism minister marks her first official international mission. The Bahamas tonight. The National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. One day after delivering his first budget, the finance minister made another public appearance, this time on the defensive, as he moved to clarify several key elements of the government's latest fiscal strategy amid growing public and political scrutiny. Our Leah Cooper starts us off tonight.
Finance Minister, the Honorable Michael Halkitis, faced a range of questions from reporters at the weekly Office of the Prime Minister's press briefing following Wednesday's budget communication with the government's handling of public finances under particular scrutiny. At the top of the discussion, the decision to move $700 million in loan proceeds into the National Investment Fund. The move, Minister Halkitis claims, continues to draw questions from the opposition over whether it was legally sound.
We didn't want to do just $700 million in the refinancing because what we find is if you do larger size, up to $1 billion, there's more liquidity, more people buy it. It's more attractive for other investors to get involved because, you know, there's more liquidity, they can move it different. So that is why we did that. And everything we do, we are advised by our attorneys, the Attorney General, banks attorneys, and we do it according to law.
The finance minister also addressed calls for greater oversight of the Bahamas Parks and Beaches Authority, which is reported to have exceeded its $29 million budget in the first 9 months of the fiscal year, with total spending at $29.5 million and 3 months still remaining.
They were completed just some weeks ago. I'm not sure if they have been laid as yet. Audited financial statements, I think going back up to 2024. All right. They had, I think there was maybe about 5 or 6 years, if I recall correctly, that had not been done. And so they were recently completed, and I expect that audited financial statements for 2025 will be done.
and the same for 2026. And going forward, we don't have this lag where you have multiple years of outstanding financial statements.
He also pushed back on concerns over no-bid contracts, pointing to the Public Procurement Act.
As to the issue of the no-bid contract, if you look at Section 31 of the Public Procurement Act, it's about 4 pages long, that section. Section 31 deals with direct award contracts. And so the first thing I want to say is no-bid contracts are allowable under the legislation. And in fact, there's so many instances where no-bid contracts are allowed that it takes up 4 pages of the act.
As questions continue to circulate from the opposition over transparency and fiscal management, the government maintains all decisions were made in line with the law and existing procedures. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, meantime, the opposition getting some answers tonight from the Minister of Finance on his alleged involvement in a number of thorny national matters. LaDawn Davis is on the story.
Questions and growing concerns over the business involvement of the Minister of Finance and a local company are now taking center stage during the national budget discussions. Opposition leader Michael Pintar demanding to know the connection of the Honorable Michael Halkitis to a construction company linked to plane crash survivor Jonathan Eric Gardner, who is currently in United States custody.
Did he serve at any point as president or director of top-notch builders? If his answer is yes, is this the same top-notch builders involved in the 8 Mile Rock government building project under the PPP deal? Is it the same top-notch builders connected to Jonathan Eric Gardner in custody? The Minister of Finance must explain and declare his involvement if, in fact, it existed.
The Minister of Finance responded to the opposition's concerns during a press briefing at the office of the Prime Minister.
Back in 2018, as a private citizen, I was involved in financial consulting and corporate services consulting. I was approached to provide consulting and directorship services to top-notch builders, in particular setting up proper corporate governance procedures and structures. That was the middle of 2019. By April 2020, the company suspended operations due to COVID-19 pandemic, and I resigned as director of that company and all of the other directorships I held in 2021.
The Minister of Finance also spoke to claims alleging some $200,000 from the public treasury were used to fund vouchers distributed to residents in Abaco leading up to the May 12th general election.
I see that, and as we move into the debate, we can address these issues. I understand that they asked several questions, and so those will be addressed.
The opposition is also expected to raise issues during the budget debate on the standing of the Renaissance Carmichael Village housing project and the level of the government's financial involvement in that project.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Well, it will be another few days before debate opens on the new fiscal plan, but in keeping with the Davis administration's mandate, Works Minister, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, promises most of the work started will continue, and that includes New Providence Road Improvement Project, road paving, as well as training.
Ministry of Works is also undertaking various PPPs and other initiatives to ensure that we enhance the amount of infrastructure throughout the country, inclusive of the airports throughout the Family Islands. So the budget is one thing, but we also can see creative ways of ensuring that infrastructure throughout this country continues to improve, especially in the Family Islands. And you'll also see a transition to the 21st century where the Ministry of Works, we started the work during our last term, and you'll really see it full-fledged in regards to modernization, in regards to building plans, utilizing AI technology to ensure to streamline the process. So the Ministry of Works will be one of the ministries within this Davis administration that sets a trend in regards to modernization and digital AI integration.
Well, a brief meeting over in the upper chamber today. On the agenda, the tabling of 2 appropriation bills, the appropriate revenue account and appropriation capital development bills, as well as 22 other bills associated with the new fiscal plan. The Senate has adjourned sine die. Well, a change in leadership here at the Big Z with the pending departure of General Manager, now Senator and Parliamentary Secretary Clint Watson. The board of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas today announced that Deputy General Manager of News and Digital Media, Opal Roach, has been appointed acting general manager. A veteran broadcaster for over 30 years, Ms. Roach has been a staple in ZNS newsroom operations, becoming a household name across the country. BCB Executive Chairman Paisel Forbes praised the new acting GM for her hard work and dedication to broadcasting, confident she's the right person for the job.
She has been a stickler for detail, structured, organized, and consistent. A good steward, sober and mature, one with good leadership qualities.
Well, ZNS's new acting general manager says she's ready to take on this new challenge with the goal of elevating the corporation to a new level.
I have some big shoes to fill, but I am ready for the task. It's a team effort, and we all will work together. We all are professionals. We all know what we have to do. We have a lot of work ahead, and I call on you to continue to support me as we all lead this great corporation to higher heights. Thank you so much, and I will continue to put my best foot forward every day of the week.
And once again, huge congratulations to our new general manager. Coming up, a brazen daylight shooting leaves a man dead here in the capital. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and everybody watching from Nassau. Tonight, we welcome a star. So please join me in welcoming the barbecue rap star, star of the show!
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
At Marco's, we make it better. Better ingredients, better flavors, better quality. A signature sauce that families have always counted on. We are not only serving your family, but our families too. 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas with center squares or cheesy bread for just $29.95. When you want pizza you can trust, choose Marco's. Your family deserves the best. Marco's Pizza, crafted with heart and proudly shared with love.
They're taking off of American Eagle flight saying bon voyage from outside the restricted area of the Leonard Thompson International Airport in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. And that shot courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. Welcome back, Welcome back to the newscast. Gun violence ends in horror and tears for one family following a brazen shooting in a typically quiet community in eastern New Providence. Our Corval Pyfrom fills us in with the details.
Residents and law enforcement readily admit there's not been an incident like this in the Elizabeth Estates community in recent memory. But Thursday's brazen daytime slaying has quickly cast a shadow over that thought and returned not-so-fond memories of a time almost forgotten.
Shortly before 3, police officers were on patrol in the Elizabeth Estates area
Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Sharia King on the scene of this latest incident.
Our preliminary reports tells us thus far is that the deceased had just pulled up to his residence in the area when a light-colored Japanese vehicle, the occupants of that vehicle exited that vehicle, produced firearms, and shot in the direction of the deceased. The deceased then continued driving and crashed into a residence a short distance away.
Police say the deceased male, who is believed to be in his early 20s, was known to them, noting that he was being electronically monitored and on bail for a serious criminal offense. A female co-occupant of the vehicle was also wounded in this incident. Her injuries, though, are not believed to be life-threatening.
We're still doing our investigation. As you can imagine, we will comb the area, looking for CCTV cameras to assist us in determining that.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pfeiffer.
Meantime, a 7-month run ends for a 35-year-old escapee. Police confirming via release this evening that D'Angelo Culmer has been captured and his 44-year-old alleged harborer, as well as his 44-year-old alleged harborer. Culmer, as widely reported, escaped custody from the Nassau Street Court Complex last October. Fast forward to today's arrest, and police say acting on certain information, officers intercepted a gray Nissan note at the corner of Tonic William Starling Highway and Premier's Avenue. 2 men were in that vehicle, along with a black backpack containing 1 pound and 8 ounces of suspected marijuana with a street value of $3,200. Again, the 2 were arrested. Also making news tonight, 24 Haitian nationals convicted following a recent court appearance. 24 of them for staying, the other 2 for illegal landing. The court imposed fines ranging from $300 to $3,000, along with custodial sentences ranging from 1 to 3 months at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Magistrate Shaka Seville further ordered that the immigrants be deported once fines are paid or sentences completed. Meantime, figures show that over the 10-day period of May 16th to May 26th, 56 foreigners were deported, making up the group 47 Haitian nationals, 4 Ecuadorians, 3 Dominicans, a Jamaican, a Venezuelan, and a Colombian. Well, health officials still monitoring 2 men who recently traveled to the Bahamas from the Democratic Republic of Congo and placed in isolation. The men had fevers, which reportedly subsided. They've been transported to the modular unit of the Princess Margaret Hospital, where monitoring procedures continue, according to OPM Press Secretary Keishla Adderley.
Their samples have been taken. They've been sent on to the Pan American Health Organization to be sent on to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control for diagnostic testing. In the meantime, they will remain in the care of a specialized team at the Princess Margaret Hospital. As soon as we know the results from those samples, they'll be passed on to the public. In the meantime, the safety protocols remain in place at health facilities at the ports of entry to ensure that members of the public are safeguarded.
On a lighter note, newly minted Tourism Minister Glenys Hannah Martin is off to Paraguay, where she's expected to speak at the high-level forum, The Future is Female, Shaping the Tourism of Tomorrow. The 2-day forum brings together international stakeholders to examine leadership, innovation, and the critical contributions of women shaping the future trajectory of the tourism sector. Minister Hannah Martin sees the meeting as an opportunity for the Bahamas to advance its national priorities within a global framework. The minister's delegation includes Tourism Director General Latia Duncombe, along with senior tourism officials who are all expected to participate in a series of meetings and working sessions. Well, climatologists, forecasters, and disaster management officials from across the Caribbean and the United States are meeting here in the capital at a time when Bahamians are bracing for what's to come this Atlantic hurricane season, and this despite predictions of it being below normal. The week-long forum is designed to strengthen weather forecasting and safeguard the people and industries most vulnerable when severe weather strikes. Former Minister of State for Disaster Preparedness, now Minister of Transport, the Honorable Leon Lundy, stressed that preparedness, coordination, and early detection remains among the nation's strongest defenses.
Timely and reliable information can determine whether people are exposed to danger or equipped to protect themselves. That is why meteorological and climate services must be understood as essential public safety infrastructure. The observations, models, forecasts, outlooks, and warnings produced by our experts are part of that protection of our people and the stability of our economies.
Meantime, reactions still pouring into the death of SuperValu founder Rupert Roberts Jr. Customers at several SuperValu locations remembering him as a giant in the business community. Lyle Maycock has the story.
Outside SuperValu stores in the capital Thursday, its owner, the late Rupert Roberts Jr., was remembered not only as the man who built the supermarket chain, but as the businessman who became part of Bahamian routine. For many customers, SuperValu is not just a place to shop. It's a store they grew up with, a store their families patronized, and a business name they connected with Bahamian ownership.
He is a giant of a man, and he's someone that we should be very proud of. I am proud of him and his accomplishments, starting from nowhere and making something big of himself.
Customer Yolanda Miller also pointed to Robert's philanthropy and his support for others, saying some of his giving was not always done for public attention.
He's also been a community-minded person who's given so much to persons, and we're just hearing about some of the impact now, and that's what I like. I like that it wasn't like being done and just for show. It was done out of his heart.
But Robert's death also comes at a time when grocery prices remain a major concern. He was known for speaking openly about taxes, food costs, and the pressure facing retailers. For customer Harold LaRota, even frustration over prices come with a wider understanding of what drives them.
Many times I would be the one to swear at Mr. Roberts for some of the prices and stuff, but I understand in business, economically, especially with the wars going on around the world, prices going to go up. We as a nation must be able to feed ourselves. If we could do that, it'd take a whole lot of the stuff away.
Yolanda Miller is also among the many SuperValu customers who hope the store continues its specials, service, and community presence that many associate with Robert's leadership.
I'm sure they will, and I'm sure they're looking forward to his legacy living on, where the good prices, the sales, everything, the specials on the weekends, that they would continue even though he's gone.
Robert's passing marks the end of a chapter of one of the country's most successful business names. But his story of work, resilience, and opportunity is expected to remain in the legacy that he's left. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lyle Maycock.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way, from solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanities, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at wbusbahamas.com. We Buy and Sell. Upgrade your home today.
There's something extraordinary happening in the Bahamas right now. Young minds with bold ideas and the courage to build something that has never existed before. And it's all happening right here at the Student Innovation Pitch Competition.
The Student Innovation Pitch Competition is an opportunity unlike any other. It challenges students to take an idea or real problem facing our communities and to build a solution. Not someday, now.
Look around us. Industrial product design, biotechnology, agricultural innovation. These are not just subjects. They're solutions to real Bahamian challenges. Food insecurity, healthcare access, economic independence. This is the generation that changes that story.
For too long, we've relied on solutions built elsewhere for problems we understand better than anyone. When Bahamians develop for Bahamians, that's when real change happens. That's what this competition is about.
This competition is open to every student. Bimini, Nassau, Exuma, San Salvador, every corner of the archipelago. If you have a bright idea that could move the Bahamas forward, we want to hear it from you.
Imagine an ecosystem where our brightest young minds are not just studying innovation, they are living it together right now.
When I started this program, I didn't see myself as an innovator. I just had questions and problems that I wanted to fix. learning industrial product design, learning how to take an idea from a sketch to a real prototype. That changed how I see everything. Competitions like this tell young people like me, your ideas matter. You matter.
So, what are you waiting for? Go to tdcbahamas.com. Apply. Show the Bahamas what you've got.
Bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding bang.
Near. Far. Where can I get 3 flavors in one pizza?
In here, at Little Caesars.
Ahoy! Then I'll take it for a great price.
It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza.
3 flavors, 1 happy you for just $11 VAT inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Well, Royston and Marlena join us live for a sneak peek of Access Now. What's up?
Good night, Coach. Listen, we had to sort something out just now. There was some debate about the rock, paper, scissors.
There was some trash talking happening in here.
A lot of trash talking.
Yeah.
People have lost faith in my ability to win. I won't call any names.
I've been cleaning
Pointing
up.
that way.
You know?
Maybe that way.
we have fun on this set. And speaking of fun, we've got some Zumba instructors coming in to talk to us tonight about Zumba Palooza that's happening over the weekend. And so we're going to be learning all about what exactly is Zumba.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of us have heard of it.
Not
we don't
quite
really
sure.
know what it is.
And Palooza is a big element to it.
Yes.
It's a combined
it's a big
thing.
promise. Yeah,
We're gonna find out
but
tonight.
I've always heard it's exercise in disguise is the way that people say it.
I like that.
Like, that's, you got to trick me. Like, yes. You're like, we're not exercising. We're having fun. So I can't wait to see what it is.
Well, stay with us, the Bahamas tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Tasha, what you saying? Girl, right here, rushing to catch J.S. Johnson. I gotta renew my insurance. Oh, I with JSJ too, but I don't wait in line. I just pay online. Stop it. How you do that?
Just email info@jsjohnson.com and say, sign me up for an online service center. They'll reach out and hook you up. You ain't never have to stand in line again.
Amen to that.
Save time. Pay online. Sign up for J.S. Johnson's online service center today.
Insurance, peace of mind. Hi. Hello? Hey, girl. I have Wendy's. I'm trying to go to Essence Fest. Wendy's and Coca-Cola want to take you and your bestie to New Orleans. July 3rd through 5th is Essence Fest, and you could be traveling VIP style. Roxy? Tenders? Tenders. All you gotta do is upgrade any premium lunch combo 1 through 12 or a salad to a large, like a spicy number 6, add cheese and bacon, or a Dave's Classic, or my personal favorite, Tendies. This will now serve as your final boarding call for Flight 735, service into Essence Fest. Boarding now. Nola! We coming back?
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Get the glow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. 'Cause if it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. If it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Today, we are at Double O Farm in Apiary in Camperdown, and we are working on a project that utilizes Aluin Cap, which is an organic treatment that reduces the number of varroa mites in the hives. The project is a collaborative effort between the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, Argentina's Universidad Nacional del Sur, Pampero Beekeeping Cooperative, the Aluin Cap team, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources. Project participants include Gary Mackey of Boaz Bees, Ian Hutchinson of Double O Farms Apiary, and Fanry Sweeting of the Department of Agriculture.
Varroa mites is a small insect that embeds themselves into the cocoon of the hive or the larva of the bee, and it grows along as the bee putates into a adult bee. Project so far has been going excellent. Over the first 3 weeks, we've been noticing the mite count up and down, but it's now starting to taper off at a low number, which means that we are having an increased number of bees because none of the bees are being susceptible to the mite and decrease their life expectancy. So right now, the project is in the mid stage, and it's really, really going good.
This reduction is good to see with the use of this organic treatment. And the reason why it is good, that then tells us that we can increase bee production with healthy bees. Healthy bees ensures that we can increase honey production. And if we can increase honey production to a level that is sustainable, we can reduce import of honey into the country and use local honey. If there's enough local honey produced, the cost of honey can go down rather than being so high.
For more information on this project, visit AICA Bahamas on all social media platforms. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Keith Bryan Jr.
That are aimed at highlighting the importance of breastfeeding.
Plus, honor roll students at the School for the Blind celebrated. Those details straight ahead.
Also, the Sandilands Push-a-thon is coming up. You want to stay close for that?
And junior high school soccer championships underway.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Welcome indeed. Now, there are two types of people in the world. People who pack for a trip days in advance and those who are throwing things in a suitcase an hour before they have to leave.
And somehow the last-minute packers are always the ones most confident they did not forget anything until they realize they brought 10 outfits for the weekend trip.
Wow.
And no phone charger.
No phone charger.
No phone charger. That's the one thing. I might forget everything else, but I'm like, charger, passport, inhaler.
Absolutely. With multiple devices, you need at least a couple, so I'm never forgetting those.
Yes.
In the Bahamas, where people constantly island hop and take quick getaways, nothing tests someone's personal organization skills quite like travel. With that said, let's dive right into the news. The National Breastfeeding Association today creating a safe space for mothers and soon-to-be mothers by hosting an intimate initiative centered on the importance of breastfeeding, maternal presence, and the irreplaceable bond formed between mother and child in life's earliest moments. Association President Nurse Trinika McCarty underscored that breastfeeding extends far beyond nourishment, calling it a lifeline of comfort, protection, and connection that shapes a child's development for years to come.
Mothers, you have help. The Breastfeeding Association is here to help you. We have midwives. We also have CLC trained or certified lactation counselors all over New Providence and in some of the family islands to help you with the breastfeeding fight. Whatever your concerns, if you have problems pumping, if you have problems attaching the baby to the breast, if you need information, we are here.
And for those expectant mothers, only a few weeks away from welcoming new life into the world, the experience serves as more than an educational session, but also as a moment of empowerment.
So having support groups like this that teach us about childcare, how to breastfeed, all of that pertinent information really means the world to me.
It just starts the family foundation off really awesomely because you get to start it off right. You get to bond with your child with the nutrients and just to embrace this God-given experience. So I appreciate that there are experts here really engaging with us in the many questions that we have as soon-to-be moms.
Especially as a soon-to-be mother. 2 more weeks left. It's very daunting, I think, to think about all the things that you have to figure out in time and learn and understand. So events like this make it a little bit easier because instead of having to research all this information, people are providing it with you, providing it for you.
To the sounds of Junkanoo and cheers from family and supporters, the top students at the Aaron H. Gilmore School for the Blind were celebrated today for their academic excellence. Our Lyle Maycock reports.
At the Aaron H. Gilmore School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, everyday students beat the odds and proved that excellence is attainable despite their disabilities. Today, during a ceremony, 7 of the school's 13 students were honored for academic performance, with 3 of them making the principal's list with GPAs of 3.5 and higher, while 4 others made the honor roll with GPAs between 3.0 and 3.5. But for Principal Kevin Cartwright, the real test is what happens beyond ceremonies like this, when students begin looking for training and employment.
There is still a need for recognition. There's still a need for training and employment.
For Cartwright, real inclusion is not just about being allowed into a room. It's about having the tools, training, and support to succeed once you get there.
I wish that more people would see beyond the blindness, see beyond the visual impairment, see the individual first who's competent, who's capable.
That message was already clear in one of the students honored. Aaron, a 7th grade student, said today's recognition reminded him that limits do not have to define his future.
It doesn't matter what disability you have, as long as, you try.
And for his future,
I would like to be an engineer.
The Aaron H. Gilmore School for the Blind and Visually Impaired honor roll ceremony served as a reminder that every child, blind or visually impaired, deserves the opportunity to grow, learn, and live with independence. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lyle Maycock.
As always, an excellent story, Lyle. Not merely a walk, not merely a launch, but a declaration that even in life's later years, purpose, movement, and vitality still matter. The Public Hospitals Authority's Sandilands Rehabilitation Center officially unveiled its 15th annual Push-a-thon under the theme Out of Bed, Full Speed Ahead, set for July 4th under the patronage of retired geriatric specialist Father Channa Jagadish. Organizers say this year's event will encourage participants to reawaken their strength, independence, and overall well-being.
It not only raises awareness about healthy aging and elderly care, but it also shines a well-deserved spotlight on the seniors within our community who have contributed so much to our nation over the years. Many of the residents and patients represented through this initiative are individuals who have helped build society that we enjoy today.
Meanwhile, the event's patron describes the recognition as deeply moving, while stressing that the measure of society is often reflected in how it cares for its most vulnerable precious pearls.
One thing we all remember, we have 2 main organs in the body, heart and the brain. Whenever you do something, do it from the heart, not from the brain. If you do it from your mind, you are a lawyer and a liar. And all the lawyers and liars have to think from their head. And doctors should think from their heart and brain.
Still to come, ready for Zumba, or better yet, Zumba Palooza? We've got you covered.
And of course, Diane Dorset has your Access weather forecast, so stay close.
Something that you give
Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin and various ministry officials were warmly welcomed in song by the staff and students of Summit Academy. Minister Hannah Martin brought remarks highlighting the work the school has done in education, also admiring the Bahamian educators of the institution.
And we appreciate what role this school is playing in education in the Bahamas. And secondly, to salute the Bahamian educators that we just heard about. To encourage you to keep going and keep producing the top students in the nation.
Founder and Principal Jillian Wilson shared more insights on the school's beliefs.
We believe, students please stand, that Bahamian children deserve rigorous, forward-thinking instruction. Yes. And we believe opportunity should be accessible to as many families as possible because potential lies everywhere.
The program had various performances, including a rendition of Rise Up and a dance duet. And this is Ed Talk.
Scotiabank knows your first home is where you finally get to say, this is me. It's where memories grow inch by inch. It's where hosting creates income and where your home can become a business. Or it's where little feet take their very first step into a future you've worked so hard to build. And we know how important it is to capture those special moments. At Scotiabank, our goal is to help you find a home for your first.
It's the 28th day of May, Friday, Junior, my second favorite day of the week, and it's time for your Access Weather Forecast. So let's see how our weather is shaping up over the next few days. Our satellite picture shows some clouds trying to move into the extreme northwest Bahamas, while skies remain mostly clear over the remainder of the country. An area of high pressure continues to move eastward. That's bringing light winds and flat seas over the next several days. Then on Sunday, a weak frontal boundary will enter the northwest Bahamas, increasing our rain chance over the weekend and beginning next week, with some of these showers being locally at times. Now, over our waters in the northwest and central Bahamas tonight and tomorrow, we'll get winds that are light and variable, seas at 1 to 3 feet, a low tide at 1:28 in the morning and a high tide at 7:52. Then in the southeast Bahamas, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet. On Saturday in the northwest Bahamas, south to southwest winds at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet, a high tide at 7:52 in the morning and a low tide at 1:53 in the afternoon. And finally, in the central and southeast Bahamas, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, with seas at 2 to 4 feet. It's time now for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
The party, it never stops. It can't done. We turn up. We want more. We want more. The party in the front yard, they vibing. The party in the backyard, they winding. But any weather I'm at, they whining.
That was your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance, and that wraps up your Access Weather Forecast. But join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dan. Now, if you're looking for a great sweat, grab your yoga mats and get ready for some Zumba, or as we said earlier, some Zumba Palooza. And here to talk about Zumba Palooza is Myra Ferguson and Derek Popel.
Yes. Hi. So we've got Zumba Palooza coming up. Yes. For those of us sitting at home, like I've never actually taken a Zumba class before, what is Zumba?
So Zumba is dance fitness. It's similar to aerobics, but this way you get choreographed dance moves. Okay. Don't worry about the choreographed moves, baby.
Right.
All we focus on is the fun and the vibes. So you don't have to be a perfectionist on dance or anything like that. It is just the vibes. Just bring your 2 left foot. We'll help you do that.
Tell them where to go.
Now, we've been mentioning this quite a bit since early in the show. What is Zumba Palooza all about? What is this event specifically about?
So
How are you
Zumba-
combining the two?
Well, Zumba Palooza, well, a lot of people ask where do we even get the name from, but
Yes.
it's truthfully just a party, one big party, but we wanted to play on the word.
Right.
So it's just a matter of having a fitness buffet, essentially. So
'Cause it's not just Zumba,
It's not just
right?
Zumba. We're gonna have Zumba, we're gonna have HIIT, flex, stretch, yoga, everything, twerk even.
There we go. And we were just talking about HIIT earlier.
Yeah.
Saying how 30 burpees later, you're starting to feel really intense.
Yeah, I got called out already during the tease by saying you had to trick me into doing exercise. My family was like, that's a lie. I said, no, okay, you have to trick me into doing cardio. So maybe that would be the equivalent here. Which goes into my next question. What amount of exercise experience do you feel people need to have to get into Zumba? Or is it something that's just come as you are and we'll figure it out later?
Come as you are. Zumba is about, you might not get it on the first round. The first time, it's about building that consistency. So the first time, you'll be like, oh my God, you'll be taking yourself a little too serious, and then you realize nobody even checking for you, and you think you look.
Yes.
But then you feel the community, the girls will say, girl, get it. And then you'll be like, okay, yeah, I feel that level of consistency, and I feel comfortable. And then as you continue to come and get into it, you're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to feel more comfortable. So from beginners to advanced, it really
Anybody's
don't matter.
welcome.
Yeah.
Erika, I have to ask you, what can people, or what do they need to bring to this session? Is there anything they need to specifically bring to
Yes,
be ready?
yes. You need to bring your energy.
That's it. I
You
love
need
it.
to bring your energy. That's it. You do not need your yoga mat. I would just say energy and water because you need to hydrate.
Okay.
You do need to hydrate. We may have a few, EMS personnel, but that does not mean come there. No, please.
Now, we can't let you leave without showing us a quick demo, and then, of course, we'll need to hear again when and where it is and how people can get tickets.
Yes, indeed.
And let y'all take the floor away before I get a broken ankle to match my shoulder.
Let me see if I can study this. I'm looking. If I can do it, I'm going to try.
Okay,
All right.
we're starting with our right hand, and we're taking it up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, cross the chest. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm lost.
1, 2. Could you do this? Could you do this?
And push and one. Come on. Push, and one. Come on. And push, and one. Come on. And push.
You standing with.
Now, please, before we go, please tell us when and where.
Yes. So you are going to catch us this Saturday, May 30th at Courtyard Marriott downtown. That's right opposite Junkanoo Beach.
Okay.
So yeah, 6 p.m. to 9. We're going all night.
Be there or be square. Thank
Just
you
be there.
so much,
Just be
guys.
there.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us.
Yeah.
Getting the heart rate up a little bit.
Yes.
Be sure to stay with us. Sports is coming up next with Michelle Knowles.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Good Girl and Good Girl Jasmine Absolute. The new feminine fragrance, Carolina Herrera.
Available at Lorix Duty Free, Bay and Parliament, Old Fort Bay, Marathon Mall and Palmdale.
Bahamas Welding and Fire is your full-service retail store for a variety of items, including a large selection of appliances. When you walk in the door, we'll be there to guide and assist you with your needs. We carry top-of-the-line outdoor barbecue grills, air conditioners, refrigerators, stoves, generators, industrial hardware, and garden supplies with a wide assortment of tools and accessories. BWF is the leading supplier of welding and cutting safety supplies. If you are looking for a competitive price and products with knowledgeable staff, look no further. Bahamas Welding and Fire is the best choice for the best prices in town. Located number 13 Wilson Street. Open Monday through Saturday. BWF, we're more than just our name. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
This May, make all of your savings dreams come true when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Ginger Evans flour, 5 pounds, $3.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. Fresh pork, $2.39 per pound. Turkey wings, $2.99 per pound. Sweet seedless watermelons, $8.99 each. May the savings be with you at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Topping sports, the stakes could not be any higher on Wednesday afternoon at the Roscoe Davy Soccer Field. Puna Providence Junior High School Soccer Championships. 2 schools on the brink of going back-to-back, while 2 others hoping to play spoiler. Our sideline striker, Wayne Wilson, was pitchside and filed this report.
The Junior High School National Championships come to an end with some nail-biter endings yesterday, as Windsor's junior girls faced off against the Big Red Machine, or Sacs Junior Girls. Windsor kicking off to start the day with the match later becoming a game of tug-of-war. Eventually, Windsor's girls would score a much-needed goal midway into the first half. Sac had some close calls to tie the game up, but Windsor, refusing to let up, would go on to finish the game with a score of 1-0. And also securing their second straight title in a row. Here's some post-game words from head coach Katie Roche and MVP Isabel Kennedy.
We're pretty ecstatic. We defended the title from last year. We knew it was going to be a challenge, and I just asked the girls to put everything on the field and just to go for it, and that's exactly what they did. We came out strong and we executed today.
All in one day.
I'm so happy. Like, I've been looking forward to this the whole year. I'm super proud of my team. We've been working really hard, and this is a lot of our last years doing this, and I'm really happy and so proud of my team.
Moving on to the boys' championships, we had the QC Comets facing off against the Lyford Key Dragons. This game turned into a war zone from the first whistle until the final whistle blew. The Dragons and Comets would go back and forth for almost 2 entire halves, running without a break and keeping the game scoreless for much of it. Until, at the very last moments of the second half, Lyford would score a miraculous goal right before the final whistle could be blown, refusing the Comets a chance to take penalties, leaving the game 1-0, and securing back-to-back national championships. Here's a word from head coach of the Dragon Junior Boys, Dan Waitman, and game MVP Marley Nixon.
Really proud of this team. They're an exceptional group of young men, and they played their hearts out today. There were moments in the season where it came easy for us, but it was exciting today to particularly see them in a high-pressure situation where they needed to perform to win a championship, and they came through.
Like when I crossed it, like when I was in the corner, I was generally thinking about going to penalties and just being nervous. And then when I saw it going to the net, I was just so relieved to not go to the penalties. That's literally like my worst nightmare. There's so much pressure, but I was just so happy when I saw it go in the back of the net.
And that's all for junior school national action. I'm Wayne Wilson, ZNS Sports.
Switching gears from the close of the Barry-Tire Regatta, the Deputy Prime Minister revealing a major development in regards to the country's national sport. Charles Fisher has more in this report.
Since and before being named the national sport in 2023, sailing has fallen under the Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs. Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, confirming that the sport will now fall under which it is supposed to, sports.
I want to say a special thank you to the outgoing Minister Clay Sweeting, the incoming Minister, the Honorable Mario Bolag, for their dedication to the sport of sailing. I have been most honored to have been the Deputy Prime Minister at a time when we made sailing the national sport of the country. Again, this is a very important moment to ensure that we celebrate and we protect who we are, the culture, the heritage, and to truly make sailing an important part of the future of our country. Pledge the support of the government of the Bahamas, of the ministry responsible for regattas and sailing, that we will continue to put our money where our mouth is and to ensure that you have the support moving forward to continue to grow the sport of sailing into the future.
The statements coming at the recent Barry Tarry Homecoming and Regatta, one of the longest running homecomings and regattas.
41 years is no small undertaking. It takes diligence and hard work, togetherness, and community to make this happen consistently year after year.
Annie Lloyd, Regatta chairwoman.
I stand before you with a heart brimming with gratitude and pride. What a magnificent journey this has been. A journey of tradition, unity, and shared purpose. From the breathtaking boat races to the vibrant cultural showcases that fill our hearts with joy, every moment of this regatta and festival has been a celebration of our rich heritage and unwavering camaraderie.
What a time in Barry Tarry. For ZNS Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Into the Diamond, the Bahamas is set to take a center stage in youth baseball as the country prepares to host the Pony, Caribbean, and Latin America 14U Baseball Championships June 4th through the 9th at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. Teams across the region are expected to compete in what organizers say will be a high-level showcase of young talent, sportsmanship, and Caribbean unity. Today, organizers gathered for a press conference at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium to discuss the tournament and what it means for the growth of baseball in the Bahamas.
With this tournament, it's about more than baseball. Many professional players and scholarship athletes started at this level. These are the moments where young athletes gain exposure, build confidence, and begin to see what is possible for the future. Through programs like Pony, our players are exposed to international competition, new cultures, and opportunities that can change the trajectory of their lives.
Our last major international tournament, the 7th Caribbean Baseball Cup, we saw Team Bahamas make history with an impressive second-place finish. That accomplishment demonstrated the growth of baseball in our nation and showed that Bahamian athletes can compete with the very best in this region.
Teams from New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Abaco will battle squads from Aruba, Curacao, Colombia, Ecuador, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela. And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
First launch of BTC Air Network in Bimini, we realized that it's important for us to be able to touch every island, not just virtually or digitally, but in person. One of the strongest things that we focus on, especially in 2026, is community. And being here in Governor's Harbor and then spread all across Eleuthera, I think it was really important that we show our presence on the ground and show everybody that we're not just here just because, but we're here so that they can ask questions, they can share their concerns, and more importantly, we can meet and exceed their needs.
So we do have an amazing offer for our residential customers. Our customers that are currently on our old system, that's our copper system, we want to extend an invite to them. Just come on down, take advantage of our wireless fiber connect. You can come on down and sign up for our bundle, our home bundle that we currently have, which is $73 for the first 12 months. And with that, you can take advantage of our wireless internet system, our TV, and our landline. So you'll be experiencing up to 200 fiber internet speed, along with over 100 TV channels and unlimited talk.
We've had this service 3 years, maybe, or maybe more. This is extremely good. What I like most about the service is, one, it don't go down as often like our first provider did. And then also everyone is connected straight around. There's no buffering or anything like that. Straight connection. I would recommend this service to family and friends. I've already did.
inside a world of adventure with Mandalorian and Grogu at Burger King. See The Mandalorian and Grogu, only in cinemas.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Feel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
We've officially been Zumbified, and that's going to do it for us here on Access Now.
We'll see you right back here tomorrow night for Entertainment Friday. Or rather, Royston will. I'll leave you in his capable hands because tomorrow's my birthday, so I will not.
There we go. Now come get these birthday beats.
Oh, no, no.
You ready?
Okay.
There we go.
Have mercy.
Great. Oh, hey, that too? Eden.
You let me win for my
That's
birthday.
a birthday gift.
I'll take it. Good night, everybody.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Ennis. This is ZNS.
You and Your Money is brought to you by Sun Oil, Sand Dollar, and Focol. Welcome to You and Your Money. In this episode, we look at highlights of a presentation by the Minister of Tourism for Turks and Caicos Islands, the Honorable Shivago Jolly, at the 2025